5 seconds remaining.
The Dyers get a ban.
Yeah, and I think you...
Oh, they banned it?
Don't like it versus Puck, but it's like one of those cores that just kind of always... Like, he's able to push out lanes, and it's really hard to be able to gank him because he has the natural escape mechanism.
Yeah. They banned it, though.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of an obvious pick.
Seconds.
And if it is, then...
What about Razor versus PA and Puck?
5
it's a big counter to both of those cores.
Razor, it's okay. You don't need a lot of farm either.
Yeah.
You just need a hero that fights right now. You have 3 cores and a support that need a lot. So you need something that can space create right now. But Mineski has to pick first. If it wasn't for Mushi, I would have said they were going to take something like TA. But Mushi is definitely playing that AM.
Yeah.
What's probably going to happen is they're going to AM Lich mid. They're going to offlane Visage and Earthshaker. So then they need a core that can one-on-one whatever they think Immortals is going to take. And so you just pick a hero that doesn't really lose any of the one-on-one matchups that that Nana can play. Is how I would imagine
Dyer's turn
that something
to
like this
pick.
goes.
Good call.
Okay, so they banned the Doom.
Yeah.
Like I thought Doom or what was the other hero? Bat was
Rider.
like the most obvious pick.
Yeah.
I thought the Doom would be really sick. Like it doesn't. It'd go pretty crazy in this game. Like it runs over a lot of these heroes.
10 seconds.
The obvious pick here is the Bat Rider, isn't it?
For Mineski?
For,
5 seconds
Immortals?
remaining.
Maybe.
Yeah.
For Mineski, it's a little bit more open
Yeah.
because it has to be a hero that I think can go mid, or it's okay with soloing. It's okay with soloing bottom if they decide to duel in mid because it's a really nice duel in mid opportunity. So you just pick like a hero that essentially just like hits stuff for like.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Yeah. Oh,
Razor.
good call. It was a Razor. You need a 4v core, and you don't need somebody that pushes in lanes anymore. So like anchors and stuff are.
It's like pretty
relevant.
rare that you look at it and it's like, oh, it's a good Razor game. Most of the time
Yeah.
you look at it and like, oh, it's a good Viper
10
game.
seconds.
It's a little bit more specific when it's a good Razor game, and he's got a counter to both the 2
5
cores that are
seconds
on the board
remaining.
so far from Immortals.
Yeah.
Which makes it, like, now you can't really go Puck mid, can you? I mean, he gets kind of trashed by Razor mid, right? Or you said it's going to be the dual lane of
It
AM,
might just be dual
Lich.
AM Lich.
Man, it's really hard to break down lanes.
Yeah, it's gonna be annoying for Immortals no matter what.
Yeah.
What do you say, Bat?
Hero.
Oh, it's a nice brood game.
Yeah, they've only got Shaker.
Yeah, it was in there, wasn't
It's
it?
a
And
support
they
Shaker
have
anyway.
been known to do it before.
Go mid brood.
Gonna be a mid brood.
I mean, either way,
they're still waiting. I think they're still
Like,
deciding as well, aren't they?
none of those cores deal with Broodmother, right? It's like Razor, you just have one small AoE that doesn't really do anything. Visage is purely single target focused, and AM is just a farmer who's going to have a lot of his map taken over by a Broodmother.
Okay, here we go.
So
So for Rev on the brood.
heavily in Immortals right now. I mean, I liked their lineup before. I thought the Razor would be pretty fitting for Mineski, but ultimately it was going to be
seconds.
Immortals going a last pick, and I already felt they had the advantage
5
from the
seconds
first 4
remaining.
picks. So
Okay.
I will
For Cap.
say Mineski.
What a shock!
What do you guys mean? What a shock! This is my professional analysis. I
Is
feel
it?
like
I thought this was opposite day.
no, it's I feel like Mineski really gonna light the world on fire. I think this anti-mage for them is pretty unbeatable.
they will show that the last pick Broodmother is pretty garbage.
Anti-mage.
Low win rate.
Well, we'll find out then, because we're going to head to Lyrical and Winter, who are waiting in the commentary box to bring you game number 1 of semi-final number 1. Enjoy.
Thank you, Paul. Winter just got a little bit of a look at a last pick brood, and they're talking about it having a pretty good win rate. Well, they're saying that that's going to change now, but I don't think it's good for Immortals.
Yep, Mineski's gonna have see them very well early. However, if they are going to be able to survive the early game, they're going to be able to be okay against the Brood later.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, they do have some answers if they're able to get the levels. Everybody talks about Earthshaker as like this great counter for a Broodmother, but that's not really the case, particularly when it's going to be Jabs playing it this time around. So we'll see how they do, but already a little bit of a battle starting it off. They're in the front of Mineski and Immortals. They're going to get first blood. Okay, well, even better start.
They were giving it to, I think they were trying to give it to Kyo. Kyo was trying to get the last hit there, but Fabi gets the first blood at the end of the day. But that was like so many heroes out very, very early. And I think they were kind of expecting the Lich to come in and put a ward, because they're expecting Lich AM mid. So they felt like Ninja Boogie and Lich would probably come in and put some deep wards in around the mid area. So there were many heroes there anticipating his arrival, and free kill there for Immortals. Good start for them. On top of the brute problem that Mineski's gonna have.
Well, and they did end up baiting out a sentry, so you know, you give up first blood, but there's a sentry already placed down there by the Radiant team.
So that's minus 100. Okay.
Now we get the
so that's minus 100 gold, but they got 200 gold for the first blood.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Plus the experience, for sure. I mean, you got to find the silver linings here, Winter. When you get last pick Brood, and then on top of that you give up first blood, it's not a great feeling. As it looks like QO is going to head over here, pick up the bounty rune, go to lane. And where is the spider lady? It's actually going to be up in the off lane, and I don't know, how will this Razor deal with Broodmother?
First few levels I think should be Razor favored because of the static thing. But when Brood has her army, she's going to be able to... I kind of expect her to maybe go behind the tower, kill the creeps behind, and farm the jungle. And eventually you're going to have a big spider army that you can actually take down the Razor. But he needs to be careful though.
Oh, the fissure block off, almost going to be able to catch him there. That would have been a kill most likely.
Yep, the Plasma Fish can actually kill off the small spiderlings easily. So if Forever can micro those well enough, I think when he has a big bunch of spiders, he can definitely have a chance of killing the Razor.
Well, and you take a look at the mid lane as well. We talk a little bit about making sure that they're going to enable Mushi on this anti-mage. He's at least going to have a better time than if he was up against the Broodmother, though. MP and Dubu are sitting here, and they're going to go in. Arctic Burn already used, and trying to get the Courier Snipe is going to be able to pick it up. Dubu just getting a free one there.
Oh my god. No self now for the AM. Okay, actually there wasn't a self in the Courier, there's nothing.
Okay.
So AM won't have any regen here for the lane. This is going to be tough.
Certainly not what they want. And keep on just laying out that harassment as the game goes on with the orb and stuff. Especially since the AM doesn't have any points in Spell Shield yet, but well, we're seeing...
God. This is really bad, Lyrical. He has only 4 last hits.
Okay. It's not feeling great for the AM. And it's not really a point where, like, can they rotate in other heroes to try and help him out at all? I mean, he has a Lich already in this lane. There's not much more he can do.
Probably not. I think Judge is just going to roam and do his things in other lanes. And he's just going to be here with the Lich.
Getting aggressive. They use their orb aggressively. Was she going to be able to salvage this? Almost. Not enough mana on the Lich right there, and the cooldown for Frost Blast.
Hasn't got his All Venom yet. I think with All Venom, that if that happens once again, Puck will be for sure dead.
He might just be able to kill Mushi though if they're not careful. MP walking forward, he does get Frost Blasted, but this is a bad one.
They have no career and no regen, so he has to go back to base.
Top tower is under attack.
Poor Mushi.
This is really bad for them.
Well,
and eyes on the V-Stage as well, not getting too many last hits here, but he's getting decent experience. Gonna hit level 3 fairly soon with this creep wave that he managed to pull over. And top lane, not the Razor's doing okay so far. Brood hasn't reached the point where she has. I would say at level 5, it would start to be really difficult for the Razor.
Okay, getting 3 points up in the spawn spider lane.
Yeah, or 3 points in the flat.
Right.
Depending on what the player wants. Some player wants more regen, more webs in the lane. But either way, right now, Razor should still be fine.
Yeah. But the big storyline again is MP, who's having a really great time of it. Dubu is here again, and Mushi has some tangos in the Fairy Fire, but it's honestly quite hard for him to just stay at all in this lane. He's having to pull the aggro back, and this game last hits every now and then, but working for each and every one of them as Jabs completely scouted out by that ward up on the high ground.
Yeah, this Wyvern being so annoying in the mid lane. Using the Arctic Burn whenever he has it and just running around controlling runes. He's pretty much sitting mid helping out MP against this Lich AM duo lane. And usually Pucks struggle in this kind of lane, you know, even though it doesn't mind. Like during the panel mentioned, like it's quite hard to kill the Puck, but still if the Puck is alone, he's gonna have very little fun against this kind of lane. It's hard for him to die, but he won't be able to get too much. But because of Dubu's presence in the lane, he's able to right now be top of the CS chart, pushing the AM and pressuring the AM a lot in the laning phase. So this is really, really good for Immortals right now.
Yeah, they're having a great time of it for sure. Like you talked about, the Brood not necessarily completely dominating yet. He's level 4. The Plasma Field able to deal a good bit of damage to the spiders, and Moon is maxing that currently while trying to get the stacks off as well. But Duke is going to show up here and deal a little bit of damage in return as Moon brought down about half HP. He needs to be careful. The spider arm is actually hurting him quite heavily. Jabs also starting to fall low. He has another shot spiderling with the Soul Ring if he wants to. And Jabs almost dead under tower, but he is going to live on 24 HP.
Close call there, close call. Like I said, when the levels kicks in, Brood is going to be more and more annoying. He's now only level 4, so it's going to be even more annoying. Good rotations again there by Dubu, pressuring all the lanes with his Arctic Burn. Like he's pretty much just running around. Whenever his Arctic Burn is on cooldown, goes to the lane, waits for the cooldown, uses it, rinse, repeat. And that's pretty much going to, you know, secure the Brood's lane as well. Like Brood is behind the Razor in terms of CS, but still, Brood is getting good levels here.
That's the thing with me that's really impressive about the Dubu Wyvern, as well as we see Muchi just taking harassment here mid, is that you're also not sacrificing the levels so much on Dubu. He's level 3, a little bit ahead of the Earthshaker in terms of experience, and it's not really feeling like you're missing out on too much.
Yeah, because he's like picking up a lot of the bounty runes along the way. Oh, Ninja Boogie is gonna be dead here.
Oh man, well, mid lane got a bit too big for his britches to get punished, and now Mushi gonna take a lot of harassment in lane again. I mean, the ice armor is there and it's kind of nice and all, but you know, the Arctic burn, the damage over time is a big part of this as well, as Mushi is really struggling. No more regen here except for that ring, and Lich threw over his, he brought out his ring of health to him, so that's gonna be something at least.
Ring of regen and ring of health.
Yeah, he's got it now.
That's how much pressure that he's been suffering. But Jabs is here in the mid lane. He plays a deep ward in the enemy jungle, looking to set up on MP right now. MP doesn't have too much mana. He has 6.
Oh, mid. They're able to find him. Is he going to be able to get out of there in time? It looks like with the stick and the bottle, he's fine.
He's really hard to kill still. Has that raindrop, stick, now bottle, and he still has his shrine. So that punk is going to be laning against him for some time.
And I guess, you know, you take, another gun in mid. MP, he's going to live through this. As Mushi almost ended up being the one that dropped down low. But Ice also, he hasn't really been getting a ton out of this off lane.
Yeah, it's a very difficult lane though, because of PA is very strong in the laning. As we talk a lot about, like, this stage as a hero, he doesn't really mind too much about not getting too much farm early. He minds more about getting experience, you know, he wants more experience, faster level 6, so that he can actually contribute to the team, hold the lane well with birds. So I would expect him to get start to get more farm on PA, which is that point. He's level 5.5 right now, so that's really good for him.
We just need to be careful. Bebby taking the long route around, and they actually don't see him. Now they spot the Nyx Assassin. The dive is coming in. Qo on top with the Mask of Madness, and that's going to be a kill. Jab trying to turn this back around. He does have the true strike there, and able to take down Qo.
Oh, that was very important there.
Top lane, they also take down Moon. So, Qo maybe again going in a bit ham.
Yep, but at the same time, because Shaker actually rotated bottom, they immediately went on top. And Dubu's just been everywhere, man. This Wyvern, he's been using the Arctic Burn to pressure and kill the lane very effectively. By far right now, the player that's doing the most in the team right now, this support Wyvern.
Boogie almost ran into him right there. He does have sentry wards as well to try and mitigate some of that vision. Qo down bottom lane, able to find himself the ice visage yet again, and that time no rotations count.
Yeah, he's still not level 6. That's why he's been always repeatedly pressured. Like once he has the familiars, he's gonna be able to hold the lane well, but before that happens, he's really weak in the lane. against a PA.
Oh, Winter, I feel like I sense something coming, and it might be Mineski in a bad spot. Broodmother is dominating. There's a 5,000 net worth lead right now. You're struggling on pretty much all of the lanes. How do you see the next couple minutes of this going? Like, is AM going to be able to get where it needs to? Is Razor down low in the top lane? He's actually dead again as well, and they're going to try and jaunt forward for this. They dropped the coil, kept on the jabs. Earthshaker nowhere left to go at all, and he is also going to die.
Man, this is really, really bad right now for Mineski. All 3 lanes lost. They're pretty much in a very big hole right now, and their saving grace is going to be below 6 on Lich. When they have the Echo Chain Frost, that's when they're going to have to try to get some good fights going for them and hopefully get back on track in terms of net worth. Right now they are very, very far behind, 6k behind after just almost 10 minutes in the game. This is a disastrous laning phase for Mineski. The Brood just really caught them by surprise and messed up a lot of their plans in the early game.
Yeah, and Brood going back for Radiance now. You do have the QOPA that's got phase Mask of Madness.
Radiance?
Hey man, it's a thing, right?
I mean, it's a thing, but you know, I'm so used to seeing the Desolator Mask of Madness.
Oh god, QO, is he really going for this? He shows up as well. Alright, well they're gonna get jabbed. Now they turn to fight. Chain Frost is there. QO drops down low to bringing in Benny, turning this back around. QO finds the kill. And now Ninja Boogie just trying to get out of there. The Visage Birds actually get the finish on the PA who dove up too deep.
Still worked though. He got 2 kills.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Nice work.
MP able to phase shift away from that and will be living through it.
AM dying there was so bad for Mineski. If Mushi didn't die and they got the kill on the PA, things would still be acceptable for them. But right now, things are just bad.
Killed out. Down to about half HP. He wants to fight, wants to kill. Dubu, Cold Embrace, and Moon going to most likely perish as the spiders chase him down. No, he's the one charge, still living through it. Dubu getting chased, looks like he's gonna end up dying. They're kind of body blocking oh my god, is he really gonna live? Dubu trying to survive. Mushi goes, oh, he's not able to juke away, but he blinked aggressively. A couple of crits might be the death of him. The jump forward, Mushi, very low, needs to get the blink out. He is going to be able to do it.
Oh my god. One more crit here, actually might have been really close to dying. This QOPA, man, just such a big problem right now. He doesn't need too much farm, so he peaks faster than the AM. And on top of that, AM has been slowed down from the laning phase. He had a really, really tough laning phase, so things are looking quite bleak right now for Mineski. They already used their first Chain Frost, but it wasn't a good exchange for them. The next Chain Frost has to be a good exchange for them.
That'd be setting up there. It might just be to steal a couple creeps if they wanted to. Moon chasing forever. It's going to be enough to actually find that kill. So the Razor picking one up. He might get dove here. It's a little bit scary.
The Q really wants to fight them.
They're kind of bleeding kill right now. Immortals.
What actually happened there? Was he trying to
on top lane? They're going to find themselves another couple kills. We don't have time to talk about what happened, Winter. Game keeps on going without us. I'm not exactly sure, but the Knicks assassin.
Okay, I didn't know what happened. He tried to play. He plays this ward, right? He plays this ward. Maybe someone was nearby. They saw him and they just killed him because there were the birds around the area. Maybe that was what happened. But I'm pretty sure he plays this ward
is under pressure.
Watching. So at the end of the day, he died. The ward gave them vision information. 3 heroes bottom, top only 2 heroes. So Q again immediately jumping on the opportunity and getting around 2 kills attack. Mineski needs to not fight right now. They have to like try to push out the other lanes and try to get more farm on all their heroes right now.
Well, they do spot the anti-mage here, and with the Lich in the area, it might be a little bit too difficult to think about diving this one unless they have more backup. Oh, well, there's a jump forward. They found themselves one. The excellent turnaround. QO. Oh, there's going to be a Winter's Curse, though. Trying to keep their buddies alive. Jabs is low. QO is lower, though. He's going to try and jump away from them. Can they find the kill? QO is so freaking low, but there's the Cold Embrace, keeping him alive, but for how much longer? I think the answer is not very long at all. Immortals throwing this game away right here. Dubu is going to end up dying also. I don't know, Winter.
Are fortified.
I mean, they were trying to do the right thing, shutting down the AM. I think they didn't see the Visage coming in. They saw AM, Earthshaker, and the Lich there. They saw 3 heroes, and they knew that the Lich already his Chain Frost.
Right.
So they thought that they had enough firepower because they had over 3 heroes there in the area. But Echo Slam, you know, that was the first Echo Slam, like I mentioned. All the artifacts being online, it's the time for Mineski to try and use them and get something in return. And obviously, Kyo sort of jumped into the Earthshaker, you know, it wasn't like the Earthshaker got a good gank off. It was like, he was just helping out his buddy.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, don't even need a blink dagger if the PH just jumps onto you.
He has his blink now.
I know, that's the thing.
God.
They're starting to make this work, and well done.
This is all vision, man. This is all vision. They don't see him top. Where else can the AM be? Where else can the AM be?
Yeah. They knew before he even got there.
Yep. Essentially how they just planted down, and 4F is still being like a pest, you know. He's like doing a Venomancer job, chopping this lane down, and he's going to have his Radiance right now. Not sure if it's actually the most optimal build. I guess because the PA is going to build the Death Sword and whatnot, so he just opted to go to item. I mean, Radiance is really good at chopping out lanes, but not so good at man fighting, you know. Not as strong as getting Roshan or fighting the AM. But I guess it's going to give them like more scaling into the late game because it's a much more greedy build. We'll see. I think it's just because PA is going the Death Sword, so he doesn't really want to go for the same item.
I mean, it's not bad also being able to cancel the blink dagger that Shaker a little bit later on, things like that. They do have the brute pot though, and well, 4F.
These kills are really giving away a lot of gold and XP away to the enemy team.
It ain't great, Winner. It ain't great. And it's not really feeling like they have the same type of control over this game that they once did. It's a 7,000 net worth lead, but it does feel like Mineski sort of have the ability to make it work.
You know, it's the same like a series yesterday where a team had, like, it was a secret series against Immortals. They were 10k behind, but it doesn't feel like it was a 10k lead. Oh no, ice. Gets not here.
Silence out. They aren't fully diving for this one.
Quite tanky though.
That's a scary one. They're actually moving in as well with several other heroes down to the south. They've got the smoke.
They still have Echo Slam.
Walking forward, they're looking for this opening right now. If they realize that Jubu and February over in the trees, it could be a big play, but maybe a little bit too scary. The wraparound is still coming from Jab. Smoke breaks if they move any further south. So Mineski waiting for Immortals to make that first move.
They look at the big stage, it's like, whoa, this guy is running so high up.
Razor's there, he gets the Winner's Curse. That's a way to keep him alive for the moment, but it might not even do that. Oh, the turnaround Echo Slam way down. There was never a chance.
Oh my god, that was perfect by Jabs once again. Getting the big Echo Slam and his team is under so much pressure there. That is a big kill there. They got the path, they got even, they got the power. That is like 2k goal.
Big swing.
It's back to their favor. So one big Echo Slam. More to come hopefully for Mineski, but for Immortals, they need to stop leading kills and try to secure the Roshan with the PA. He has his Death Sword, right?
He does have it completed. So this is the move. You head over in towards the Rook Pit. I guess if you're Mineski right now, is it as easy to fight? Like, you don't have Echo Slam. They do have
quite hard. Chain Frost down, Echo down. Not sure if they can actually hold. I don't think they can though without the 2 ultis.
Okay.
They're gonna try to farm. I don't think they should fight.
They do have the birds in here that are just messing with them a little bit. You can see that Ice keeps the micro going, and it's going to be able to go in for another drop there, keeps the back, but the first bird down, and they're at least delayed. And anytime you can give this AM to keep on farming with his Battle Fury completed and trying to get into the Mantis style next will be good.
Yeah, I don't think they are going to be able to fight. They have a smoke on a Shaker.
Which actually took out that last
Maybe
bird.
They're going to try and... Wait, they stopped with it? Okay.
Now, Razor's there.
Oh, Paraphrase?
But is damage already out? Are they going to be able to blow up the Razor? Catch is there. The Fissure to try and turn one critical fuel. Blows him the hell up.
They really shouldn't be going there. This is what happened to Secret yesterday in the second game when they were slowly getting back themselves. It was like similar to this game, very similar. Early game they lost, and when it comes to their heroes getting levels, they start to win like a couple of fights with their ultimates, and then they're speed pushing really well because they had the Prophet. And then they decided, oh, Immortals are actually doing Roshan. Let's try to contest them. When they actually shouldn't do that, because Immortals are really strong at that stage. And what they should have done was like similar to Mineski here. Keep pushing out the lanes and keep getting items. You just need to wait and chip until your AM gets fat, and then you start fighting. And on top of that,
this might be a while to be fair though. Like he is still pretty far away from the Yashi.
Yeah. On top of that, they didn't have ultis on the Shaker and the Lich Chain first. So
I guess one thing you can say about it is that at least delayed them a little bit in the taking of the Roche. Like and then try to slow it down.
Have to die here. Like every death they're giving up is obviously not good for the team.
Trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
Dying not good for the team.
Especially the core. Razor is the important hero. If they were to actually just lose, like the Lich walks up, he tries to scout the Roshan and he dies, everyone else backs off. Sure. That's like, okay, position 5, whatever. But now it's your carry, like, okay, not carry, but position 2. Even though he was on the same page.
Picking up his foot down. So Mushi gonna continue the farming around the map, 15 to 10. It's only a 5,000 net worth lead, and with the Yasha completed, it's going to be Mushi trying to accentuate his farming. He's almost caught up with QO now, who does have the Aegis. So if you're Immortals, thinking about where you go over the next few minutes, do you attempt to just shut down the rest of the tier 2 towers? How quickly can you push with this full assortment of items?
They have to go ASAP. Like they really want to go. The longer they wait, the game will be harder for them, for sure. But I think they should probably wait for BKB. If they can get BKB on the Brood and BKB on the PA, that is actually goal time. But right now, I think they're still pretty strong to take down the outer towers.
Moon actually has finished off a Halberd on the Razor too.
It's pretty good. Good against the PA, good against the Spider. I think it's just a very solid item in general for the Razor. His role in this game is to be the tank, to buy time, to push out lanes, and anything that can actually help him survive is pretty good
Radiant's
for him.
middle tower can't handle this deluge.
Well, you mentioned QO has the BKB queued up for himself. Also, the Rev Mother has the BKB queued up. Got into that 350 health talent instead of the cooldown reduction. So it does feel like they just want to try and be this big bulky force.
Yeah, you can generally see the reduction because it's really good on the board. But with the HP talent tells us that it's very similar to the game we casted yesterday.
Yeah, with the Doom.
With the Doom, yeah, they just want to fight. It might pay off, it might not pay off, but we'll see. Because in this game, they pretty much have to end the game, right? They do not want to go too late.
There's the Impale coming through already onto the Razor. They're keeping in the Brood right on top of him. Already brought down very low. The Echo Slam turnaround, but is it going to be enough? MP still living through all that. The Cold Embrace and now the Winter's Curse laid down onto the Earthshaker. Gets crit to all hell. QO able to pull off a second Impale connect. 3 dead from Mineski. There are no buybacks on these heroes. And Immortals went quite damn hard.
Same mistake from the previous engagement. They have no business here. Like the Raze, they're just shooting the armor and the Raze trying to clear the creep. I think that's the smartest thing they could do. Like the Razor die, everyone has to back. I think this is just Drax. This is pretty much Drax. Big mistake here by Mineski.
Well, punishing it as well.
They have to just the tower and just try to clear the creeps and slowly play the game. But right now, Rex is down. The game is really hard.
I mean, Mushi knows what his job is. He's just going to keep on farming. There's nothing really that he can do to help him out up there in the bottom lane. So the perfect lane of Barracks is going to fall. QO ready to commit for it. We'll see if he lets to die, right? Knowing that's going to be no. Just finish off one of those EKBs, head out, and then come back stronger for the second round.
So Aegis has another 2 minutes, like 1 to 2 minutes. They probably can actually just get another tower here.
Well, with Mushi having the Manta style down now,
still not enough though.
No? I mean, he can kind of come in at the end of the fights and like clean things up a little bit maybe if people are low, big mana void. Is that any value?
It's possible, but he still wants to get another item, I would say. I think Butterfly probably good here for him, or actually if the game becomes too hard for him, he might have to get a BKB or... Sure, I think BKB is also not going to be enough. He needs Butterfly, otherwise he can't fight the PA and do it.
mean, he sure as hell can't just like stand toe-to-toe with any of them. I feel like
The game is probably going to be very close to over soon. If they make, I think one more mistake, the game is just over for Mineski.
okay. Well, you can see what their thoughts are. Mineski keeping these lanes pushed out constantly and just hoping that they can extend it to the later stages.
Dyer's
A
middle
little like a
tower
Midas
is
on
under
Visage, these
pressure.
little things that can, you know, maybe find some solace in, but it's tough. The game is hard. Good spot out Febby.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack. Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
Don't think they can do much about it though. I think even if they were to use the
Dyer's
Echo to
top
kill him,
shrine is under
if
attack.
Oshiko was there, that might not even be a good decision because they might just push right after your Echo's down.
Right.
He has to use the Echo to hold the Rags right for now. I don't think getting a solo off of the Echo would be a good idea for Shaker.
Oh man, and you know, like, I mean the Aegis expires, but as is expired, you also have an Fusil Blade down on PA, Nyx Assassin, Blink Force, so Febby's going to be able to help this team out of difficult positions. All in all, it feels like they have a lot of the items that they need to finish this game off, and it doesn't get a whole lot easier for Mineski unless there's a big flip by Immortals. And granted, we have seen them make some questionable decisions in the past, you know, a little bit at this event, but one feels very well in the bag. The 12,000 net worth lead.
Mushi is their only hope right now. They're just counting on him. We hope that Mushi carries us. They're just saying that. Well, he needs a good Echo Slam for that to happen.
Alright, Jabs. It's the time, it's the
It's
place,
this-
it's the
it's the
moment.
fight.
There it is. They're gonna walk forward. No, the Imperial has already caught Jabs, and he's already down. Completely dead. Razor is gone as well. A double kill. There was not really a chance. In Jabuki, they get the Eul Scepter lift up, and QO going to execute the poor Lich. He then gets the Chain Frost off, but to no avail.
Is under attack.
Oh my god, so only one buyback. I guess Earthshaker will have time to respawn, but that's still a very heavy loss.
Dyer's top tower
Chain
is
Frost is
about
down.
to
Did they
take
pop
the
the BKB?
plunge.
They did pop the BKB of QO. Fred doesn't have it yet, so maybe now is the point. Like, you know, you get them to use a lot of ultimates. They don't have the Chain Frost, but Lich is already dead anyway, so it doesn't end up mattering. Jabs walking forward. They're looking to try and break Blink Daggers. They haven't done it as of yet. And, you know, a little bit off the mark, caught onto the Razor, but that's it for now. Now walking forward, Jabs looking for an Echo Slam, but MP, he found him already, and that's the silence. Jabs getting his Blink open. He can't find the initiation that he wants. There's maybe an opportunity here. Walking around the Winter's Curse, they just destroy their buddy Ice Ice Ice. Killed off inside the duration of that ulti, and it's just not feeling like they have an opportunity to play their game. It never really did. And, well, another jump forward. There's going to be the coil, the kill, the Echo Slam. Nothing.
What a well played game by Immortals. What a well drafted lineup here.
Middle
This round is
tower
good.
is drowning.
Good game is called. And
Pure from the beat that he's doing.
he knows it well. Is there a better PA in the world? I don't think there's a better PA in the world. What do you think?
The way he plays, the way he moves, he understands, oh, okay, this is the field that I'm super strong. I'm not gonna farm, I'm gonna just run. I'm just gonna run around the jungle trying to get heroes, trying to kill heroes, you know. He's just very, very well suited as a character and a player.
And you see that little shot
this
right
hero.
there as well of you know, Mineski at the end, and it's not really much to say after a loss like that, right? It's just the Broodmother last pick.
No, they still
wins
had,
games.
They still had their chance to win the game though. I felt like they were forcing it too much. Number one, the Roshan, when they gave away